Hello everyone, I'm Castro12 and this is my guide to crafting. Just to let you know, I'm only going to talk about some of the more popular methods because some of them just aren't worth talking about. In Runescape, there are many quests that have crafting experience as a reward. However, one of them is extremely easy and I suggest you do it if you haven't. This quest is Sheep Shearer. It only takes a few minutes to complete and it gives you 150 crafting experience as a reward, as well as 50 crafting experience while doing the quest. If you start at level 1 crafting, you'll end with level 3. Alright, let's start the guide with leather. Leather is basically a pit hole, and when I say that, I mean it's very hard to make money with, and you'll almost always lose money if you buy your materials. At level 1 you can make gloves. It's better than nothing. Gloves get 13.8 experience each time you make them, so if you start from level 1 and go to level 7 for boots, you'll need to make 48 gloves, which isn't too bad. From level 7, you'll need to make 20 more boots to get to level 9 and cowls. From level 9, make 22 cowls to level 11 and van braces. From level 11, make 35 van braces to level 14 and leather bodies. From level 14, make 57 bodies to get to level 18 and chaps. Isn't this fun? Here's where the members get separated from the free-to-players. If you're a member, stop after making 103 chaps, where you'll be 23 crafting and have used 285 leather pieces. You can expect losses of around 30k to 40k if you use this method. If you're a free-to-player, you need to make 271 leather chaps, which will get you 28 crafting and you'll have used 453 leather pieces. If you wish to continue crafting leather, make hard leather bodies. Overall, making leather products isn't too bad for leather crafting, but it can be expensive and it doesn't have a very satisfactory experience per hour rate. However, if you're a free-to-player, you'll probably depend on leather a lot for your levels. I give it a 3 out of 5 because it's slow on in later levels and it's also pretty expensive if you buy your materials. Okay, now that we're done with the boring part, let's move on to jewelry. There are two major methods I suggest, sapphire and ruby bracelets. My apologies to any free-to-players. Making bracelets requires a bracelet mold, a gold bar, and a gem. In this case, we're making the level 23 sapphire bracelet. Ugh, I'm sorry, but this is just so boring. Now, if you're patient enough to use this method, you'll probably enjoy about 60,000 experience an hour. Also, the cost of this method is amazing for crafting. At the current prices of a bar of gold costing 181 GP, a sapphire costing 288 GP, that's a total of 469 GP. The high alchemy of these is 690 GP each, which leaves 221 GP to buy each nature rune. At the current price of 247 GP each nature rune, you'll lose only 26 GP per bracelet. This converts to about a 26,000 GP loss per hour with a 60,000 XP gain. Note that this does not take into account the time that it takes to alch them. But at these current prices, you'll only lose 0.43 GP per XP, which is really good for crafting. Ruby bracelets are a little different. They cost 1,272 GP to make, and sell for 1,166 GP in the Grand Exchange. Yes, you heard me correctly, these things actually sell. Of course, if you want to alch these, they alch for 1,395 GP. If you sell them, you lose about 106 GP per bracelet, translating to about 106,000 GP lost per hour. However, you also gain 80,000 experience per hour. This translates to 1.325 GP per XP using this method. However, if you alch them, you'll lose 124 GP per bracelet, which is 124,000 GP lost and 80,000 XP gained per hour. Again, this is not counting the time it takes to alch. By alching them, you'll also lose 1.55 GP per XP. I give bracelets a rank of 4 out of 5 because even though they're slightly boring in my opinion, they give a pretty decent XP per hour rate and only lose a relatively small amount of money. Dragon leather. This is my favorite method of crafting, but I warn you, it's very expensive. Introducing the green dragon hide body. It can be crafted at level 63 crafting, and they're probably the most commonly used item to power craft. This is because they give 186 XP each item, and they're very quick. Unfortunately, 3 dragon hide leathers are required to make a body. This means the dragon leather alone costs 5,568 GP, and the body only sells for 4,444 GP. That's a loss of 1,124 GP each body. This translates to about a 6 GP loss per XP gained. If you use this method, expect to lose over 1.3 mil an hour. However, you will gain 220k XP an hour as well. I give the green dragon hide a 4 out of 5. It's really quick, but at a great cost. But hey, this is crafting, and you should expect to lose a lot of money getting it up. Not fast enough for you? Well, say hello to the blue dragon leather. You'll lose 1,394 GP each body, which turns into a 6.6 GP loss per XP gained. You'll gain about 248,000 experience an hour, but lose over 1.6 million GP an hour as well. Personally, I think blue dragon leather is a waste, and I think you should stick to green dragon leather. But I'll also give this method a 4 out of 5. It's only a little bit quicker, and it's a lot more expensive, but hey, if you want to get 99 crafting, might as well. Red dragon leather, totally not worth it. Stay as far away as you can from it. Just for fun, I calculated what the losses would be, and it's horrible. I estimated you lose 3.3 mil an hour, and you'd only gain 276,000 experience. Which is why this gets a 1 out of 5 for me. It's way too expensive, and there's still quicker methods out there. Alright, black dragon leather. At level 84 crafting, you can make black dragon leather bodies. And this is one of the fastest ways to 99 crafting. Unfortunately, you lose 7.3 GP per XP gained. Plus, at an hourly rate of 305,000 XP an hour gained, and a loss of 2.2 million GP, this is very expensive, and I recommend it only to the rich elite who want 99 in a very short time. I give this method a 3 out of 5. Even though it's the quickest option with dragon leather, it still just costs too much in my opinion. So, unless you're one of those people that gets 99 fire making with magic logs, I say just stick to the blue or green dragon leather. But what about tanning? Isn't it a better option to tan hides rather than buy the leather? Well, the answer to this is no. I did a test to see which way was better. The test worked like this. I had to make 100 green dragon hide bodies. The first way was by buying 300 dragon hides and tanning them myself. The second way was by runecrafting a little bit more, making extra money, and buying the dragon leathers. And I found that just by buying the dragon leathers instead, I saved 2 minutes. And if you think about it, 100 is a pretty small amount when you're trying to get 99. And those 2 minutes can really add up. There are only a few ways to make money with crafting. The most popular one is obviously flax. Basically, you start in Sears Bank and then you go to the south. Eventually, you'll see a little pen of flax, and that's where you're going to fill your inventory with it. After you're done doing that, you're going to spin it on the spinning wheel to the northwest. Then you'll return to the bank and repeat it all over again. There are other quicker ways to do this, but this is the classic method. And hey, you might even meet some nice friends there. Well, I hope this guide has helped you. Please keep in mind, though, that the prices now might have changed by the time you're watching this. So all of the prices I talk about in this video might be slightly different. I would have liked to include a few more things, but since this is getting close to the 10-minute mark, I'd better wrap it up. So if you have any comments, compliments, feedback, anything, just comment and I'll try to get back to you. Thanks.